Well, I've been a Williamson County resident for about 27 years. I've known Gino for at least 20 of those 27 years, both personally and professionally. And without question, his character, his integrity is at his core of who he is. And I think that's such a plus when we vote for people. Secondly, I think he's got the ability to understand what Williamson County faces over the next many years, and the ability to understand what we need, the ability and the determination to confront those things and to come up with solutions. And I don't know a better person for the job than Gino, based on all that I know and as long as I've known him.
So why should other people who maybe don't know Gino as well as you do, why should they support him?
I think if you look through several of the videos that are being taken, and what people say about Gino will confirm what I just said, probably. That everybody recognizes who he is at his core. His ability level, his intelligence, his character, his integrity will be a common theme. And I think you can trust the people who are saying these things about him, and by proxy you can believe the same things that we've said.
What are some of the big issues facing Williamson County that you feel confident Gino can come to Nashville and address?
Traffic. Traffic would be one of the number one issues that, in my neighborhood, in Franklin, when we go out of town and we talk about things, traffic becomes number one, because I moved into Williamson County in 1992, and it's an incredibly different place. And a lot of people like to be the last one in, shut the gate, and nobody else come in. But that's not the way Williamson County has grown, and it's not the way it's growing. And I'm confident Gino recognizes this, and that'll be one of his top priorities as well. So I would say that's number one on the list, is traffic and Williamson County's growth, and it being managed properly going forward.
What?
To expound on that a little bit for just a moment there. It ticked out of focus towards the end of that, so we don't need to go back and get the whole thing, but just expound a little bit on that last part, if you know the right question to ask.
Just the last part about why you know that Gino's going to be the one to take care of the traffic issue.
Well, I think he's got the ability to recognize. I think he's already recognized that traffic is one of our issues that we need to resolve. But also along with that would be the growth of Williamson County, and I just have a lot of confidence that he'll see that growth as a way of improving things in such a way that traffic is a part of that improvement, and taking the necessary steps to manage the growth and the traffic that comes with it.
Do you see Gino as a conservative?
I do.
What does that mean to you?
I think when it comes both to, let's say, personal and what he believes in from a family perspective, from a neighborhood perspective, from a community perspective, I've known him to be from the conservative side, I guess, but also from politics, and the points that he will bring out in his campaign will lean itself towards conservatism.
Why is Gino your friend?
That's a good question. And it won't mean anything to some people, and it'll mean a lot to our closest friends. I met Gino on the tennis court 20-something years ago. I won, by the way. I think that was the last time I won. But what you notice in tennis, when you play someone, especially in tournaments and competition, maybe even recreationally, is how that person carries himself or herself in a sports arena, in this case on a tennis court. And are they fair? Are they honest? Do they try hard, winning or losing? Are they the same whether they win or lose? And I put a lot of weight on that. I think I know the person when I see how I compete against them, and vice versa. And Gino, I would say, of the hundreds of people that I've played over the last 20 years in competitive situations where each person wants to win. I would put him quite possibly at the number one on the list of the most fair, hardest working, try no matter what the score is, and the same person after the match is over in the locker room as he was on the tennis court, and that means a lot to me. So, in fact, I would say that's probably one of the reasons I agreed to support his campaign, other than I know what kind of attorney he is and how smart he is. So when you add those two things together, as everybody says, it's a no-brainer.